I'm crying. I cannot.
This is what happens every time we're together, by the way.
Yes, our chemistry together is insane.
We're laughing. I really want to tell a story right now.
Tell the story. Pause. We're going to come back to your question. So wait, before we even start, I'm going to be like, and this is my girl, Daniella. Okay. And I'll be like, tell them who you are. Tell them what you do. And then you tell them what you do and who you are. Welcome back to Chatty Chit Chats podcast with your girl, Chatty. And today, y'all see this gorgeous face? I got my friend Daniella in the house. And girl, tell them about you.
I'm Daniella. I'm an energy healer, a shaman. If you don't know what that is, it's basically an energy healer. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And I booked a session and y'all should book one too. And the reason why you should book one is because she's really, really good at, like, all jokes aside, she's really, really good at what she does. I'm going to link her information down below. She has 2 Instagram pages, one for her business and one for her personal. Y'all need to be in the personal and Correct. Y'all need to be booking a session. Especially y'all cute men out there.
Oh. I mean, that's fine.
It's fine. Because you can decline and you can block and mute and do all you need to
Correct.
do. Exactly. So get in the DMs. And today we came to do exactly what we always do. We're going to discuss some relationship questions, and we got the handy dandy questions right here. Okay, and these questions are coming in from y'all, our viewers. So if you want to join this and you want to see your question anonymously featured, please jump in the comments or send me a DM, guys. Seriously, because these questions are great so far. So she's nervous, y'all. Don't be nervous. And we need this kind of like opinions and mindset. Like, we need somebody like you here. So I'm really grateful to have you here. And thank you, girl.
No problem.
All right. So the first question is, my man has been asking me to stop wearing the kind of clothes that he met me in. Already a red flag. Okay. Sexy body and fitting. Okay, so she says sexy and body fitting. Sorry, that's what she said. She said, so basically he wants her to stop wearing sexy and body fitting clothes with her fine ass. I take pride in my looks and wearing what I feel best in. He says he just wants me to have more of a clean look, and he prefers me in a covered up style. Yeah, the question is not finished. He wrote a lot.
Well, no. The answer is no.
He had no problem when we met. So why should I change now?
Correct.
Why do men want something different in order to propose? So he wants to put a ring on it, but he ain't feeling her style no more.
So he's saying you can have a ring, but only if you cover up your body.
Like, go sit your ass down.
Whatever I say, it's
sit
okay.
Down.
Yeah, no. So what's the question?
The question is, well, she said a couple questions. Why should she change now? You shouldn't. And why do men want something different in order to propose?
I don't think this is all men, though.
Not all men. No. However, the men that do, let's talk to you. Y'all men that be trying to hold something over a woman's head in order for her to get a ring. The way you met her, if you don't like her that way, then move on.
Correct.
You're not going to try to change somebody.
Correct. We're not getting in relationships to fix somebody else. End of story. Fix, change, whatever. Whoever you met in the beginning is who you need to be with.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
And if you don't like the way she dressed in the beginning, obviously you did.
Exactly.
Obviously you did. Otherwise you would not have gotten with her. So
I think
it's just like a huge red flag.
Yeah.
So controlling.
100%.
I don't even know why whoever this is, is asking this question, because it's just like run for the hills.
That's why I said sit your ass down. Because excuse me, sir.
No.
She don't want the ring no more. And girl, you better not want that ring no more. You need to have some serious counseling or something, because excuse me, keep your sexy ass sexy.
Work on your worthiness.
He's insecure, clearly, because he doesn't want you dressing sexy, probably because he's worried that you're going to draw other men's attention, which you should. Drawing somebody else's attention has nothing to do with your relationship.
Yeah.
And if he was secure, then this wouldn't be a problem, because he would trust you and know that no matter who comes up to you, no matter what you're wearing, you're still with him, right? So, yeah, I ain't got nothing else. Do you have anything else to add to this? Because we're annoyed with you, sir. No. Okay? No.
We're done. Move on.
Anyways. The next question is, my husband of a year is getting custody of his 2 very young children. They're age 4 and 7. They're coming to live with us only 2 weeks from now. Okay, husband of 1 year. Okay. We established not wanting children together when we met, and we have not changed our minds. The children's mother, his ex-wife, is going into a rehab program, and she lost custody. While I understand that he has no choice, I'm left in an unfair position. Wow. I do not want to raise children. Would I be horrible for filing for divorce?
That's a tough one.
This is a very loaded question.
I'm hoping there was some sort of discussion around this, and it's not just like, oh, they're moving in and I want a divorce. So
Yeah.
I would like to speak to whoever this person is to get more information.
She mad.
Yeah. No, I'm not mad. I'm just like, please have a conversation about this.
Yeah.
Right? Because you could also end up loving it.
True.
You don't know.
True. I don't think it's wrong for you to want to file divorce, only because if you already had this conversation about not wanting to have kids, obviously you signed up to a man who has children. That's number one.
Correct.
So it's not the best thing for you to divorce him just because of that. However, having children in your life when you don't want them can cause you to be depressed. It can cause you to have mental health changes. Like, you could not be happy anymore, and it can just change the dynamic of your relationship. So I do think it is a serious conversation, like she said, before making the decision to file, and maybe giving it a chance just to see, give it a month maybe, and see how you feel.
Yeah. No, I think you need longer than that.
Yeah, but girl, I didn't want no damn kids. Why I'm gonna stay for longer than a month? If a month is already stressing me out, what a year gonna look like?
But you haven't, in my opinion, you haven't really gone through the whole process. Like, you know, I don't have any kids, so I guess I can't really.
It's a lot.
I'm just, yeah, I know. Like, I have a nephew,
right?
You know, and I was in his life when he was, you know, really little, and those years are very difficult,
right?
But the youngest one was what, 4?
They're 7 and 4, yeah.
7 and 4, so they're a little bit more independent.
4 years old. My sons are 5. They are not independent.
Yes, they can go to the bathroom on their own.
He's still in pull-ups.
You know. Okay.
I'm sorry. He's still in pull-ups. I still got to make him food. I still got to take him everywhere, wake him up. I'm just saying, I think it's really a tough one. Another situation where I think counseling is definitely going to help in the situation for you guys to look at the positives and the negatives, especially for the woman, because she's the one having the issue with this. But I think also for the husband to give her grace, like, she obviously didn't want to have children, so please don't put too much on her when it comes to the children. They are still your responsibility. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not fair to put quote unquote stepmother in a position of being like the mom and raising the kids as like knowing them as the mom. However, she should have known, like, I'm wondering where her head was at when she married him, because he clearly had kids, and you have to understand that, like, these kids are going to be in his life. So was she trying to control the situation and being like, I don't want you to be with the kids? Because what I'm trying to say is, if you're marrying a man with kids, then kids are going to be in your life. There's going to be an aspect.
But the capacity is different.
Children.
The capacity is really different.
I understand. However, kids come first.
Right.
So I can also understand her question of like, well, then maybe I'd bow out.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Because also, too, it's not going to be good for those kids to come into an environment where this woman is not she doesn't really want to do it, and they can feel that energy.
Up on everything, spoken or unspoken, they pick up on all of it.
Right.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I think first, have a conversation.
Yeah.
Like an in-depth conversation.
Right.
You know, and I mean, this is step one in any disagreement or anything that you're feeling about any part of your relationship, right? Have a conversation. And just see like where you're at and try it out, like you said.
Right, because
you never know. Like, I'm a believer of like whatever's meant to be is meant to be.
Right.
And maybe this is the biggest blessing, and she has no idea.
That's why I said give it some time. But I feel like if it's more than a month and you're already feeling like, okay, I cannot stand them, the kids are going to be affected. So at this point, bow out.
Yes.
Bow out. Because at this point, the kids are the most important thing. And I understand that maybe when you married him, you expected that the kids would be there, but you did not expect this capacity because obviously you just assumed the mother would be fine the whole time. However, when you decide to get with somebody who has children, these are factors you need to keep in mind. The mom could pass away. If she passed away, now they are going to be in his life completely full time. And also with her being in rehab and her losing custody, this could just be for a short period of time where once she gets herself together, she could end up having custody again, and it would be less time that you have. So I would say give it some time. I think, yeah.
And also, how much do you love your man? Are you going to be there? Are you a ride or die where you're going to support him through this? Because this has got to be a lot for him too. So if you look at it from that perspective.
And also, how's he treating you? Because if he ain't treating you already, you got issues, then obviously.
Well, that's a whole other
That's
topic.
a less, So there's a lot of things we don't know about your situation where we don't have a lot of context, but from just based off what you said, it would be horrible to just file divorce without, him even having any idea that this is how you feel. But I think make sure you talk to him and try to take as many steps as you can, especially if you love him and you do want this to work.
Yes.
Right?
And for the children. Those children,
Them babies.
It's got to be tough to see their one parent go off.
Exactly. Their primary parent, most likely.
Mom,
So they need a lot of love, and it is a big responsibility. So, just make sure you're ready for it. But if you're not, and you go through all the steps, I don't feel guilty for not doing it, because you should only take on things you can handle, and you don't want to damage those children's lives.
Correct.
Boom. Okay, so the next one says, can sexual chemistry develop? I met this girl and I don't feel sexually attracted to her, but I love being around her, and I feel like we would be great together. The only part is I never feel sexual chemistry.
100%.
Yeah, that can grow, of course.
100%. I know so many people who were best friends, that were friends, became best friends. I could never. And over time, it just develops. It's one night, boom, it happens. And then it's like they're not only sexual chemistry, like they're together.
They're in love.
So 100%. You're not feeling the way you feel around her for nothing.
Yeah.
For nothing.
The fact that you even wrote this question means you want that.
Yeah.
It means it's possible.
Yeah.
And I think what she said is right. Like, the first time that you even go there, you're going to feel it. Yeah. Especially if you're already feeling all these feelings, you love being around her. And I think it's the same thing, like what she said about friendships, is like when you're friends with somebody, you're not really looking at them in that way. But the minute that those doors open, you like, damn, like, so. And
usually you have such a foundation of like trust and honesty and all of these things because you're friends first, that it's bomb when you do. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it can definitely develop. I think you need to start focusing on like those intimacy moments and making that happen, and just go there and see what happens.
Yeah. Give it time.
Yeah. How much should my partner's past bother me? I'm struggling with letting go of hearing my girl tell me things that she's participated in with other men. Things like threesomes and underground sex parties. She told me that she has done partner swapping before too. While I understand we all have a past, why is it making me look at her differently?
Are there some insecurities?
Has to be. Like, what's the problem?
Yes.
I think that people that make a past situation before you even existed an issue, I think there's a bigger issue when it comes to you personally.
Correct. There's an insecurity he feels. This is me just reading the
of
energy
course.
of it, right?
Yeah.
There's an insecurity he feels, which is fine, about his sexual maybe performance or something like that. And he's just trying to project it onto her and her past and her choices and everything. And maybe there's a fear of like, oh my God, if I don't satisfy her, because he has this belief of all these situations is more satisfying than what he can do. And she's going to fucking run off. I don't know if I can swear, but run off.
You can cuss, motherfucker, fuck. Okay.
I don't even know what I'm saying.
I'm so sorry.
You fucking ruined it.
Oh my God. I'm crying. I cannot.
This is what happens every time we're together, by the way.
Yes, our chemistry
Every
together
time
is
we
insane.
Cry, we're laughing. I really want to tell a story right now.
Tell the story. Pause. We're going to come back to your question. Tell the story.
But you gotta put the clip in after of the photo I have. Yes.
Okay, fine.
Okay, we were out for dinner, and we went to a steak place. Let's just say that. We ate so much. We were so full. We were both like
stuffed, big bags.
Like, please, like, let's go because I need to unbutton my pants.
Yes,
like
100%.
So
that
full.
is it. My pants were unbuttoned.
Yeah, I think they were.
They were.
I mean, what? Probably. I think they were. Anyways, so she had to take her food home because there was way too much. So She had 2 boxes. I don't remember what the other one. Oh, salad was in the other one.
It was one box, and I put the salad and the steak together.
No, you didn't. You had 2 boxes.
Did I?
I remember.
Okay, she remembers. My memory's
bad.
It
was traumatizing for you.
Yeah, I can remember.
Dissociated. So, let me give you the facts.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, 1 box with salad. The next one with her steak in there, which had sauce on it. It was
it had that A1 sauce.
That's
K1
what it was. K1.
A1
sauce.
Yeah.
So finally, I think we were like, you got up to like dance or something because they were finally.
I got up to button my pants back so I could walk out.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, because I sat there unbuttoned and then I was like, we're leaving. I can't leave publicly.
She literally was like, oh my God, I can't breathe. I'm so full. And she just plopped back down and the chair made this awful noise.
I thought the chair broke. Up. I thought the chair split open. It was a leather chair. And I thought that it split open.
She got up immediately and her eyes were like, oh my God. And I looked back and she sat on her steak.
I busted the box all the way the fuck open, okay? When I sat, I was like, what's that? And when I got up, I could have fucking died.
Like literally,
we were rolling
in tears. Like
we
was
were rolling.
So funny. I bet you nobody thinks this is funny. By the way, I think
Who
it's
cares?
one of those stories where you had
you had to be there.
I'm glad.
Who cares? Oh, y'all gonna see us laughing.
Thank you. And cue the photo.
Back to Okay.
Anyways, I don't even remember what the question was.
I'm gonna go back to the question. Sorry, because your question was kind of we had to take a moment. Yeah. We had to take a moment.
Yeah.
Because this question, yes, exactly what she said about insecurity. You were talking about how he must have some insecurities because how come why would this bother him? But
so I
go
think
ahead.
That's what it is. That's the start. Figuring out why it bothers you. It's just like start asking self-reflecting questions. Like, what is it about me? Because she's with you for a reason, right? And I don't know how long you guys have been together, what your, sexual energy is.
He ain't giving nothing at this point. Because at this point, if you were, by just reading this, I already know that you're not feeling secure about your...
No. Like, you're probably in your head about it.
Clearly, especially since she told you that maybe you were already in your head. And maybe because you feel like she has more experience since she's been with, doing all these different things. But that's not her problem. I can
totally relate to this.
You can?
Yes.
Why? How?
Because I feel like I've always been like, well, now I'm being like real vulnerable.
Be vulnerable.
I feel like I've always been more like, first of all, I'm a relationship person. I've like my whole adult life, it's been relationships, like 6-year relationship, single for a year, 7-year relationship. Now I've been single for like almost 2 years.
Right.
Which is the longest. So it's always been like, I don't know, I haven't really had those experiences.
Right.
So when I'm first getting into these relationships, or I'm like entertaining different men and dating,
right.
I get a little bit insecure because I'm like, I don't know, like I'm just so used to like what I would do with my partner.
Right.
And it's almost like I don't want to know their past. And what they're into
because it might make you feel insecure.
Correct. So I totally relate to him, but it's all about, and I've like worked through this, it's all about myself and how I feel about me. And obviously if the person is like keeps coming back, or there's a chemistry and it's good and stuff like that, you just get out of your way. Like literally just let go. Like that's my advice. Let go. A past is a past. Who knows? She's changed. Everybody changes. Maybe that's not even something she would ever want to do again anyways.
Exactly. It's her past.
Yeah.
And I think like at the end of the day, she's with you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I mean, you looking at her differently is something that you need to work on. What has she done to make you look at her differently? I think that's why a lot of people in relationships are not ready or able to talk about their past, which is sad. I think it's so important to be able to talk about it without any judgment or worry or wondering. Like, that's not your business. You're lucky she's telling you, because things that happened in our past you weren't there for, so why do I need to tell you? So you should be really appreciative and, telling her thank you for sharing that with me, because you didn't even have to, and I just love you more for it.
And honestly, just tell her how you're feeling about it.
Yeah, you could tell her how you're feeling, but at the end of the day, if you tell her that if he tells her, oh, I'm looking at you different because of what you said, that's gonna make her feel judged. So I don't know. I mean, it's
still an open dialogue, and it's still, you know what I mean?
I guess I'd be irritated.
I don't think you should use those words. Like, I look at you differently.
Yeah,
but just like, if what we're picking up on is the issue where he is feeling really insecure, just say that, Like,
what can she do to make him feel better? Like, I guess she can tell him, well, that's my
I
past.
guess it's just reassurance, but that's going to be annoying if that's going to be needed all the time, right? So it really is an inside job. You just need to look within yourself and just accept that she loves you and she's with you and you're more than enough.
And it's a one-time conversation. Shouldn't be happening over and over.
No.
So once you address it with her in a calm tone, okay?
Yeah.
In a calm tone.
Have the open dialogue, but also ask yourself the questions of like, why am I feeling this way?
Yeah. I think ask yourself first.
Don't like just make it about the other person.
Yes, 100%.
Because it's never about the other person.
Yeah, you're the one having the feelings. She's fine. She told you everything. So yeah, I think go within yourself. Slow clap. You guys, this is why I love her. I don't think we can ever get through one episode without laughing. No. I don't think so.
I'm gonna walk away with abs.
I swear. Oh my God, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Just laugh.
Gonna walk away with abs.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Okay, so you guys are definitely gonna see her again for another episode. And actually, that's the last question that we have for this episode.
Oh, okay. Those are some juicy ones.
Juicy. And if you want to be a part of it, send some questions, send scenarios, any topic that you have on relationships that you want us to talk about or discuss. I always have a new guest up here, but I'm going to, again, post her information down below in the description box. Also on the screen somewhere, you'll see it. So make sure that you guys follow her and show her some love.
Thank you.
Yeah, girl. That's all you want to say?
Yeah, that's all I want to say.
Girl. We'll have her back for another one. This is the Chatty Chit Chats podcast. And again, thank you so much, Daniella. It was so fun having you on here.
Thanks for having me. It was so much fun. I'm so happy that I got to share the steak story.
Yes, and bring your I just realized what you said. Girl, that was a secret. But yes, no, it's always fun having your presence. I'm grateful that you were able to come. You guys, she lives in Colombia.
I do. Come through.
I live in Canada. In Calgary, to be specific, which is super far. Girl, we're going to have to make a trip. Y'all, we're going to start a GoFundMe so I can get my ass over there.
Please send us money.
Seriously. We need them coins. Okay, PayPal link will be in the bio. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for another episode with us, with me, with my girl. And again, make sure you like, subscribe, share everything this video. Until the next podcast episode, deuces, peace, bye. Spirit fingers.